Alright guys, so Atterberg Lab. This guy says it's now been sitting there for at least 2 hours. I think technically it's supposed to be 24, but again, for what we're doing, it just needs to be close enough. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this guy out, I'm going to mix it up pretty well. I'm going to take a piece of it, I'm going to put it in this to keep drying, hold it over, because my plastic limit is going to be way drier than my liquid limit, so I don't need that for right now. But what I do need is take this guy, and if you want to come right over here to film, I'll try and see how easily I can do this. What I'm going to do, take a portion of this right there. I'm going to try to get that nice and evenly spread. The more even I can get it, the better my results will be. Okay? So, if you look at the actual procedure, it's supposed to be a certain depth. They use this tool. It's supposed to be that exact depth of that tooth. I don't know exactly how deep that is. I'm not looking at the procedure, but that's where it's supposed to be at. Turns out this is the same depth if you look at it from the right angle. So I'm going to use this instead because this is a lot easier. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right down the middle, and that looks like I'm maybe a little rich. It'll be alright. Make sure it's just a nice clean line right down the center. That looks to be about where it's at. I'm going to take the rest of this off my fingers. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give it a blow count. We're going to count the blows. So I believe it's about a blow for every, pretty sure it's like, it's almost 2 blows a second, but as long as it's consistent. It's in the procedure, so whatever the procedure says. So that was only 7 blows. Obviously it's already came together, so that's still too wet. And it's supposed to come together about the width of this. So that's, again, a little too far, but again, we're a little too wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this back out, and we're going to go put it under the fan to dry a little bit longer. So I'm going to pause the video until then. All right, so I'll let it dry out a little bit more because I had too much water the first time. Let's try this again. I'm trying to get this as uniform as possible. I'm going to take this guy, make sure it's clean, and cut my line. And I got the depth just right. And there we go. So now I'm going to count the blow counts until it matches up. Okay, so I kept on going until I got about this much touching, which is a little bit more right there, but it all kind of came together at the same time, so that's all right. Pause it. Well, we had 23 blows on that one, so I'm going to put 23. And I'm going to take a soil sample from that. So I'm going to take my little cup. Yep. Mass it out. And that is mass can, which is 19.706. I'm going to take a portion that came together. That's all I need. I'm going to remass it. And I have 28.123. Now, I'm going to put this off to the side because it's going to need to go into the oven. So that's going to put us in an interesting spot because I got right to 23. Really, what I want to try and do is get it to 25, or get a blow count somewhere between 25 and 30, and a blow count somewhere under 20 is kind of what I'm looking for. So if I add more water, I'll get under 20. If I let it dry a little bit more, I will get more than 25. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it back next to the fan, let it dry out just a little bit more, and we will go again, and then I'll add water, and we'll do it one last time. So, all right, so let that dry for a little bit. I'm going to make sure it's nice and mixed up. Put that back in there. Try and get it nice and evenly spread. And let's go for one more. Got the depth a little rich there on top, but it'll be all right. All right, so I let it dry out a little bit too much, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of water and go again. Hopefully that wasn't too much, and even if it is, we will be pretty dang close. Try that one more time because I think I messed it up a little bit. A little bit more. Maybe do a little better job of getting it in there. If it's still not going, then I'll add a little bit more water. Looks a little thick. All right, so I got to 28 that time. So we will do that same procedure one more time. We're going to go and grab use this pan, get a mask for it. .539. 0.51. And I'm going to set this to go and dry it out one more time. So I want something preferably under 20 blows for that last one. I added a little too much water. Or I need to add more water, actually, if I'm going for under 20 blows. There's a little bit of water. Almost misspoken there. A little bit more water. I'm going to shoot for between 15 and 20. That is ideal. The more consistent all these can be, the better my test results will be. Okay, and hopefully the last one. So I got 23 that time, so I'm going to add just a little more water and go one last time. This is all for the liquid limit test. We will be doing the plastic limit test in just a moment. So a little more water added. Now let's see how this one does.